But yeah, I wasn't originally going to talk about this. I wasn't originally going to talk about this because like it wasn't even a theatrical release, so I didn't want to bother talking about it. But why I showed this movie? Why I showed you this movie that actually exists. You really want to talk about this, and basically what
Yeah.
Loqueesha is about is it's about a guy
About
who,
a white man that really wants to be tries to become black in the wrongest way possible.
yeah, basically it's he wants to be on a radio podcast, and
But he's not black.
oh yeah, well, like, apparently like he's being discriminated against because he's a white male, and like they're looking for females and preferably females of color and whatnot.
Imagine being white and thinking that you're being discriminated against.
I mean, don't you know, Rafael? We are being discriminated
You are
against.
you
I
are
mean,
the most oppressed species of gamer. You're right.
yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Like, I mean, come on. Like, we had to. Like, I mean,
You guys had to do that whole civil rights stuff in the 60s.
yeah. I don't. Come on.
Black
We
man's
don't.
just been coming for you ever since.
Yeah, come on. Like, I don't want to get up out of my seat. I just want to sit back and eat potato chips. Just
Like I know
I
what
don't
I
want
just
to deal
said
with other people's problems.
sounds absolutely ridiculous, but also this movie was absolutely ridiculous. Like I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah. So this movie.
His friend is such an asshole. For letting him do that.
Oh yeah, like I already don't believe. Like, man, this. You know what? This the yeah. He has a black friend in this movie who supports him doing this. That black guy's a cuck.
That's the most unrealistic representation of a black man I've ever seen.
He's good.
No black man would ever look at you and say, you know what, dude, this is a really good idea. No person ever would look at you and say, you know what, dude, do it. This is a great idea.
He is straight up letting. He's like this guy's straight up letting this white man like just cuck the entire African American community. Like he's
getting. It's not even subtle.
He's getting like he's literally a cuck for allowing him to do that. It's like oh man, where do I start with this movie? Like for one,
just watch that man fuck all of your potential girlfriends live on the radio. How do you feel?
Oh my god, did you remember this one part where well, I'm trying to think where shit, it's like basically he's working. He's like the white guy's playing on his phone or whatever, and but like this other woman comes up to him and just talks to him about the phone or whatever, and the such shitty ADR whenever they say smartphone.
Oh yeah, dude, the ADR in that whole movie just was almost as bad as that one movie you showed me, the one that you consider to be the worst movie of all time.
Oh, the Man That's the Hands of Fate.
Where you can see the guys yelling, "God."
Yeah, but it's like with Loqueesha, they're clearly saying iPhone, but you know they're not allowed to say iPhone.
Nope, you can't do that brand loyalty. You gotta
no, it's not even Man That's the Hands of Fate. Like this is like straight up Birdemic territory in terms of ADR.
Yes.
Like, oh my god. Like, because if you remember in Birdemic, I don't know if you ever saw Birdemic, but like,
dude, I have seen Birdemic.
But you know that one part of the beginning where like he goes in the restaurant, and this woman goes, "Hi," and, like, but it's like really jarring. It sounds like that shit. It sounds like that shit. Like, it's just. Man, I'm trying to think of what else.
Dude, I could forgive a movie for being bad, but rarely do you ever get like a combination of my two favorite things to the point where I just don't feel like shit for shitting on a movie. Like this is just bad, yes, but it's also offensive, like really offensive. Like I don't understand whoever wrote this movie, what their point in writing it was, but I really think that they should take a step back and really accept the fact that they might be a racist.
Oh, but remember that one part in the movie? But remember in this one part in the movie where yeah, he like where apparently it turns out that this black woman voice he has starts to gain a personality of her own, and he says, "I think I might be a black woman trapped inside of a white man's body." And dude, they make a bunch of offensive transgender jokes.
Dude, no, it's literally just offensive to be offensive. Like if you're a person of color, if you're somebody that might be struggling with their own sexual identity, or what have you, it's 2019. We can be whatever we want. It's okay. I'm not judging. He's not judging. No one's judging. But this guy just apparently isn't having any of it. And in his opinion, it's not even okay to be black. Because if you're black, you're just loud and annoying. and not funny. And that's like, to me, that shows me enough what he thinks about people of color, because like well,
Oh, did you also see this one shit where like he posted a picture of him with Marlon Wayans? Obviously, he just met up with Marlon Wayans on the red carpet, not for this movie, but probably
dude,
for some other movie.
this is literally for that one purpose of being able to say, I have a black friend, I'm not racist, it's fine, guys.
Oh yeah, he sees it's an Instagram thing. It says Jeremy Seville, like it's him, like he says with Marlon Wayans at Loqueesha movie, meet white chicks. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for all you do. Keep laughing, loving. Like so, basically, he just took like a few years ago, he took a picture with Marlon Wayans on the red carpet and is now using this as like a defense. But then Marlon Wayans later said, "Man, I hate it when people tag me in their shit." It's like,
Yeah, dude, I don't blame him. Like, what White Chicks wasn't exactly like a pinnacle of.
no, but I thought White Chicks was awful. But here's the difference between White Chicks and Loqueesha.
It's not offensively awful. Like
It's like
I can watch White Chicks and not feel like I'm being
the
personally attacked with every scene.
no. Here's the thing. Like, and this is coming from like I should like so like I feel like with White Chicks I can have a say in this because I am white. But here's the thing. This movie, White Chicks didn't make fun of white people.
No,
it
not
made
at
fun.
all.
Like if anything, they made the white people look amazing, while Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans looked like a bunch of idiots while they were trying to pretend to be white people.
Real. And what's his face? Was it Tyler Perry?
No, Terry Crews was in it.
Terry Crews. That was Terry Crews. Yeah, I was thinking of Terry Crews.
Oh, please don't put Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans in with Tyler Perry. We don't need to see that.
No, they're not. Don't worry. I would never. But I was thinking of Terry Crews. You're absolutely right.
But yeah, like this, I'm trying to think, man. Something else about this movie, like, it's just like.
That's my issue with it. Really, it's offensive. Like that's that's the main thing. Like if it was just bad, I wouldn't have even given a singular shit. But like it's not just bad. This dude is literally making a bunch of racist and transphobic jokes at the expense of everybody, and he doesn't give a singular fuck.
No,
like I don't know.
Like, if this film was, like, maybe from the perspective of this guy being a pretty douchey man and, like, you're not supporting this, like, it's almost like a Joker situation where, like...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if it was from that perspective...
That could work.
Yeah, but this movie's literally trying to paint him as a hero, and even at one point, this one black woman says, man, like, to his face, man, you're a better black woman than I am. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, woman?
Yeah, dude, like, literally, what do you mean?
It's just...
Like, for me, this was just a failed attempt at trying to use like race and stuff to be funny, and it didn't work. I can think of plenty of movies that did that.
Like I mean, there are some things that could there are some things that could be offensive that I think can work sometimes. Like, for example, for the most part, blackface isn't funny, but when you do it in the in the way
Robert
that
Downey Jr.
Tropic Thunder, like when Tropic Thunder, yeah, that had blackface, but the reason why that worked was the circumstances as to why they chose those blackface in that thing. This is just like. It's just like it's trying to paint what this guy is doing. Like again with Robert Downey Jr.'s character Kirk Lazarus in Tropic Thunder, it was made clear that this guy is a crazy lunatic who's so much of a method actor. And I don't mind method actors, but this guy is so crazy that he's willing to turn himself into a black man so he can be in a black role. But that was the context of the film. He was made to be a crazy guy.
Yeah, and look, you can't just like I'm not saying that you can't use race and racism to be funny. Like, for example, the Legend of Nigger Charlie, made in 1972, really good movie, directed by Martin Goldman. D'Urville Martin is in it, and if you haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it at least once. But it's racist as fuck. Like, but it's still really good because it does it appropriately. It doesn't really make you feel uncomfortable, or something like Black Caesar, for example, which is another D'Urville Martin movie. And that, for me, is an awesome gangster movie. It had a sequel, I think, called Hell Up in Harlem or something, but I haven't seen it, so I can't speak for that. But they took it with class. Like, yes, they understood they were taking kind of a risk by trying to poke the bear of race relations, but especially in the 70s. But they did it with class. It wasn't just a bunch of stereotypes and bad jokes on behalf of white people because fuck you, black man.
Yeah, it's
And
just
that's what this felt like. That's really what this felt like. Like this just felt like one big fuck you to me for something that I can't even control. Like I didn't get a choice at the login menu for life that says, "Hey, you want to be white or what? You want to be black or what?"
and
I
look,
didn't. I didn't.
and look, and look. It's easy for it's easy for me to. It would be easy for me to say, well, I mean, I can't understand that. Because I've never faced racism in my life. Because I don't know if you know this,
Right.
but I just might be white.
You
But
might be, dude. I've
I,
seen you and you look a little white. You looking a little pale, Christian. You need more sun, boyo.
yeah, but and again, there are ways to go about racial comedy that can work. Because like I said,
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder made it work.
Dude, Tropic
But
Thunder was amazing.
but it's all about the context that you put that stuff
Yeah,
in.
if you're literally just attacking a whole entire group of people with mildly offensive jokes, no one's gonna laugh at your shit. They're gonna think you're an asshole, and you're gonna end up with something like Loqueesha. And I hope to God I never have to watch another movie like Loqueesha ever again.
I just can't. And again, for me, this is not gonna make my worst movies of the year. This is not gonna make the
No,
Nerdy Movie
me
Awards
neither.
because
Because like it doesn't deserve it. Like a, it wasn't a theatrical release. B, it was pretty bad. But the thing that I hate about it the most was just how offensive it was.
I mean,
Like,
I mean, the thing is, if this was released in theaters, I would put this in that because,
oh yeah, no, for
because
sure, same. But
it's the film.
this was
It's
literally released on like the streaming service. And honestly, it's just one of those movies that I feel like it doesn't matter if you're black or white or
it's just badly. It's
Asian.
just in bad taste.
It's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. Like it made
Yeah,
me feel very uncomfortable. I watched it with a friend of mine who's white, and he was uncomfortable. And he was like, "Bro, why are we watching this?" And I was like, "Don't worry, it'll all be revealed to you soon. You'll
yeah,
know."
yeah.
And bro, it's just so freaking offensive. Like I don't even know what else to say about it, dude. Like I don't think I laughed at one joke.
No, I sure,
And
I sure did.
that's pretty hard because like it's not easy to make me laugh. You literally scream poop or something and I'll laugh.
Boop.
Gets me every time. Stinky.
Okay, okay, don't.
Oh.
Damn it! Why did I walk into that? Damn it! I hate you.
But yeah, see, I'm a pretty simple sense of humor guy, but that didn't tickle my funny bone even once. And like, dude, I'll if somebody makes some kind of race joke in front of me and it's like funny-ish, I mean, I guess I'll laugh. I'm still gonna call him out for being a borderline racist, but if it's funny, that's one thing. Like if the comedy works, that's way different than
It
if the
really is about
comedy in your whole
context.
movie just doesn't work. And nothing in this movie, comedically speaking or otherwise, whether he was trying to make some kind of comment on society now
He could
or
have
race
done it in a better
relations,
way than this.
there was so many other. I would have
Like he could.
rather seen a million other things than what the fuck I had to watch, dude.
Again, if this was from the perspective of this guy being a greedy monster and that he starts losing his ways, and again, this would work, but it's not
Yeah,
that.
like if it maybe like didn't pay off for him, you know, impersonating
Or even
a
maybe if it.
person of color. Like if it didn't just work out and nothing bad happened and there was no moral here, then it would be fine. But there is no moral here. The moral of the movie is that you can be an overt racist and get away with it, and that's about it.
But even then, I feel like that could work if you still made him the bad guy, because it could be like an allegory for like how the media can just accept racism and how people can just accept it and whatnot.
Yeah, because they can. It's a reality that we live in. A lot of people that I obviously do not know or associate with are probably actual racists,
And like, and I feel like that in that context, this would work. But again, it's because it's portraying this guy as the good guy. He is the moral center of this movie. He has, like, even black people in this film learn from this guy's lesson. It's just so tasteless. There's no
yeah,
taste to this.
there's no lesson to be learned at all. Like, I don't even understand. Like, there's so many things wrong with the existence of this movie, and I am honestly genuinely kind of upset that it exists.
No, you know what? I'm glad. You know what? You know what? A movie like this should exist because this should be an example of what you don't
What
do.
not to do, like how
Like,
not to make a movie 101.
Like, you know, the old saying goes, those who don't know her history are doomed to repeat it. Please, guys, this happened. You saw the reaction. Don't repeat this. And again, if you're going to do something like this, put it in a good perspective. Put it in a perspective that can actually make people think.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because this movie didn't make any fucking sense. Like, if you think about the story of the movie for 2 seconds, you'll sit there and realize that it doesn't make any sense.
And again, just have common sense when you're writing these jokes. Like, again, I don't mind offensive jokes, but put them in a place where you know that put them in a context that makes sense. Put them in a context that you know where you know when you see this, you're like, oh, I didn't think of it this way, or man, I don't want to become this guy. Like, just put it in the right perspective. Offensive humor can work. It's just you gotta be
because not once when I was watching Tropic Thunder did I think, well, the first time I watched it, I didn't even think that was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But even after I found out, not once did I think, oh man, Robert Downey Jr. did blackface. That's offensive. I'm offended. No, you want to know why? Because he did a good job. He didn't use blackface as an excuse to go throwing fucking N-bombs everywhere. He didn't use blackface as an excuse to. It was literally a character. It was part of his character. It was exactly. He was a lunatic, dude. If you saw the movie, you knew the fucking guy he was playing was a lunatic who would do something like this. If anybody out of the people that were in that movie, if anybody's character would do something like what Robert Downey Jr.'s character did, it would be Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
Yeah, Kirk Lazarus.
Yeah, Kirk Lazarus, dude. He's a madman.
Yeah.
He's a god.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, that's our thoughts on Loqueesha. Again, this is not going to make my lists or anything. It's not going to make the Nerdy Awards because it wasn't a theatrical release. If you have Prime and you want to maybe learn from us and, like, you know, see this to go, okay, if you want to do offensive humor, don't do it like this. Then okay, fine, but don't expect anything quality-wise.
One of the most racist movies I've ever seen. Yeah, go watch Loqueesha. You're definitely gonna know what I'm talking about, dude. Just wait. It's even worse than what I say that it is, because, like, I don't think words can encapsulate just the infuriation that you're probably gonna feel while watching this movie. I was angry. I don't really get angry at movies a lot. That doesn't happen. That's not a thing that describes me. But I was pretty pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. We probably gotta wrap this up a little here in a bit because it's already 4 o'clock and I need to start going. But
right.